believe me?
Because you didn't do things normal people would do. We should have gone to the hospital. So therefore, you lied to us. You buried a baby in the backyard. That's why they don't believe you. Because nothing you did makes any sense. That's the thing that's across the board causing problems, honey.
You always love me?
I love you.
Do you believe me?
Honey, how do we know if we can believe you? Look at how much you've lied to us. That's the biggest problem here. Think about all the times you've lied to us. How do we know if you're telling the truth? That's why I don't know if the doctor can tell. The detective, how do they know?
Endangerment. We, the jury, find the defendant, Brooke Schuyler Richardson, not guilty of child endangerment. It does say we further find the defendant did not cause serious physical harm to the alleged victim, but that finding is not necessary as a matter of law. Verdict form number 4, we, the jury, in the above captioned case, find the defendant, Brooke Schuyler Richardson, guilty of the offense of abuse of a corpse. Ladies and gentlemen, are those the verdicts of the jury? Yes, sir. You may be seated.
Welcome to Dark True Crime. Allegedly, on May 7th, 2017, 18-year-old Brooke Schuyler Richardson gave birth at home and buried her newborn daughter in the backyard of her parents' house in Carlisle, Ohio. 2 months later, she described what had happened to her doctor, who reported the incident to police.
In a towel. Okay. Did you end up burying her at your house? Okay. Was the shovel or whatever you used, was it at your house?
Yeah.
Okay. So just kind of help me, walk through this. So what did you do? I guess, is your bedroom upstairs or bathroom upstairs? Okay, so you had to walk downstairs?
I had to clean myself up a little.
Are you carrying her?
Yes.
Did you go into the garage, or do you have an outdoor shed where you have a shovel?
My garage.
Okay. What did you find, or what did you use?
Just got a shovel, and I just put a little hole in my backyard and put her in it.
Okay, I understand. What did you do? Did you have, and you didn't have any help, right? Okay.
Brooke Schuyler Richardson buried her baby on May 7th, 2017, shortly after giving birth. The baby's remains were discovered and exhumed by the police on July 14th, 2017, which means the baby was buried for approximately 2 months. The details of the case are deeply disturbing and emotionally challenging to hear.
What did you do with her while you were digging the hole?
I set her down.
Was she outside with you? Were you worried that anybody was going to see?
Yeah, I should have told my mom. She put it on me.
I understand, but I mean, what? Was it daytime?
No, it was the middle of the night.
Oh, it was the middle of the night?
Very, very early in the
okay.
nighttime.
Did it wake you up like you felt like something was...
I didn't sleep that night.
Oh, you didn't sleep, okay. Could you already feel like something was going on with her?
I know.
Okay. So this was the middle of the night. Were your parents home?
Yeah, they were asleep.
They were, and they were asleep.
They didn't hear me. They didn't hear me.
Did the dogs hear you or anything? Or...
I left my dog upstairs.
Okay. So you take her with you. How far down do you think that you dug?
Not that deep.
I'm sorry?
Not that deep.
Not that deep?
I wasn't strong enough. I hurt really bad.
Well, and that's what one reason I asked that is because I know the ground can be pretty hard, and you're trying to do it by yourself. You're upset. It's horrible. You just had a shovel, right? Like that, and you didn't have a pick to help break stuff up or anything. Oh, a little shovel?
I tried.
How far down would you, like if you could even guess, do this, would you say you dug this far, this far, this far? Maybe only that far?
I covered her though.
Was she, so you dig a small hole. Did you place her in the hole? Okay, was she still in the towel?
No, I took her out of the towel.
You took her out of the towel? Did you lay anything down there in the dirt, or was it just the dirt?
It's just her.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to figure out and try to picture. And then you covered her up with dirt, right? And then what did you do as far as...
Allegedly, Brooke Skylar Richardson's demeanor during her police interviews was a point of contention. Some people felt she lacked remorse, while others believed she was in shock and struggling to process the situation. There was significant debate about whether Brooke Skylar Richardson's baby was born alive. Skylar claimed the baby was stillborn, but the prosecution argued that the baby was alive at birth and that Skylar caused the baby's death. Here is how everything began, leading to her arrest. In July 2017, just a month after graduating high school, Skylar Richardson was enjoying a swim with her cousins at her grandmother's pool when she received a call from her dad. The police were at their house, informing them that Skylar, whose first name is Brooke but she goes by her middle name, needed to come to the station for questioning because she may have witnessed something. Her dad, Scott, told her to get over here now, and they drove the short distance to the Carlisle, Ohio police station together. According to Skylar's Aunt Vanessa, the police assured them that there was no need for a lawyer, as the questions would be routine. Skylar knew why she was there. She attempted to be helpful and transparent. According to Vanessa, the police took Skylar back to her home without informing her parents. There, she showed them the shovel she used to dig a hole and indicated the grave site between two trees in her parents' backyard. They then cordoned off the house with yellow crime scene tape and took Skylar back to the station, where she eventually told her parents what had happened.
Did you do anything else? And the only reason I guess, were you worried that someone was going to notice that or see that? Or
Yeah, I plan to eventually tell my parents.
Yeah. What part of your yard is it in? Like if
It's
you're...
the backyard, the very back of my
Right, the backyard, but let's say, and I looked at your backyard a little bit, if I'm like at your back deck, you're like that door there, looking out into your yard, which would it be off to the left, to the right, straight back?
Kind of straight back just a little bit.
Is it all the way back there, like where that tree line is, where the trees are?
Yeah.
And would you be able to show us exactly where it is?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Let's get in trouble for
Did you, well, wait, stay with me for just a second. Did you ever get a chance to plant flowers yet or anything?
I just found some, I put them on her.
You did?
These flowers, I put them on her.
You put them on there? Okay. Are they still there, or was that back when it happened?
Back when it happened.
That was back when it happened. Okay, and now then, have you been back there since?
Maybe once. It's hard.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm not saying that you should or shouldn't. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm wondering, what does it look like now? Can you still see the spot where you dug?
Yeah, because I put a little vase by her. There was a little flower pot by her.
Okay.
The Warren County Sheriff's Office had stated that they were not going to be commenting on this.
I'm so sorry, Mommy. I'm sorry.
You should have just told us.
I know.
If you had just told us.
Kids get pregnant every day. Pregnancy is not the end of the world.
I'm so sorry.
We've all been...
Allegedly, Brooke Skylar Richardson's parents, Kim and Scott Richardson, were unaware of her pregnancy until it was too late. Skylar didn't know she was pregnant until she was 8 months along. When the news broke out, her parents were shocked and devastated, and they faced a lot of public scrutiny and harassment.
What did they tell you?
I think they want to know if I killed it myself.
Yeah, you'll go to jail.
I didn't though. But that's the thing. I know.
You know, but they can't tell that.
I know. I promised them I didn't do anything.
Skylar had a perfect life.
I didn't.
Who was the father?
Trey, that guy I used to do.
In late July 2016, the summer before her senior year began, Skylar got into a relationship with one of her friend's cousins, Trey Johnson. Their relationship, although short-lived, resulted in her pregnancy, which she didn't even know about until April of the next year.
A long time ago.
You lied to me about him. You lied to me about so much, and now you're going to lose Brandon over this. Skylar.
Okay, how you... You did lie.
Well, not about that. I didn't hurt her.
Well, here's the thing. What's done is done. But it would have been so much better had you told us. So much better. And I don't know what's going to happen next. They're over there digging up something in our backyard that we had no idea. Your mother didn't even know you were pregnant. Can you imagine the absolute horror that we just went through not knowing what's going on?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Skylar's parents believed in their daughter's innocence and supported her throughout the trial. Brooke Skylar Richardson did text her boyfriend, Brandon Saylor, after the incident. The morning after the baby's death, she sent him a message saying, "Last night was like the worst ever, but I feel so much better this morning. I'm happy." This message was presented during the trial and became a significant point of discussion. Skylar did send a text to her mother after the incident, expressing relief about her belly being back to normal. This text was presented during the trial and became a significant point of discussion.
Obviously, there was so much going through your head and everything, and when you buried her, can you tell us about what did you do right after? Did you tell us about now going back in the house? Like, what do you do right after you bury her?
Cleaned up the blood.
Mm-hmm. Did you have anything to clean up?
I had a towel.
Yeah. What did you do with that towel?
Just threw it away.
You threw it away? Okay. Did you throw it away inside the house or in like the Brumke bin out in the garage? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
I threw it away maybe like a couple of days later. I'm sorry.
Okay. Did you think about telling anyone at that time, or were you still pretty sure?
I don't know, telling my mom. I should have told my mom.
You thought about it?
Yeah. I'm really sorry. It's almost over.
Okay. Well, it's okay. I mean, no one can judge, what you did it.
So, who is Brooke Skylar Richardson? Richardson is from Carlisle, Ohio, where she attended high school and was a varsity cheerleader. She is the daughter of Kim and Scott Richardson and has a younger brother. Allegedly, she developed anorexia nervosa and bulimia nervosa as a 12-year-old and was diagnosed with body dysmorphia. She has post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, and depression. Allegedly, on April 26, 2017, Richardson, a high school senior, learned at a gynecologist appointment that she was pregnant and in her third trimester. Richardson kept her pregnancy a secret from her friends and family. 2 days after attending her senior prom on May 5, 2017, Richardson gave birth to a girl in the bathroom of her parents' house. She named the girl Annabelle before burying her in her parents' backyard. Allegedly, at another visit to the gynecologist, Richardson admitted to having given birth and burying the baby in the backyard.
So now's the time to be honest.
What happened?
I had a baby that wasn't breathing.
How did you cut the umbilical cord?
I didn't. It came out of me.
Was the cord wrapped around his neck or anything?
No.
It just wasn't breathing.
No.
There was no cord.
No, I held it really tight to me, but that's the only thing I can think of. I didn't kill it. I'm sorry.
How did you get the pills if you were pregnant?
I don't know. They were just subscribed. They were given to me. Like, they were prescribed to me.
They said you couldn't get a pill if you were pregnant.
I don't know. They were prescribed. No, I went to the prescription place and got them.
So when you went to the doctor in April, you were already pregnant, and they gave you the pills anyway?
They were prescribed to me. Mom called me to prescriptions ready to pick it up.
So the doctor knew you were pregnant and gave you the pill anyway?
I don't know. I guess.
Brooke Schuyler Richardson asked her doctor for birth control pills during her visit in April 2017. She had just found out she was pregnant and panicked. She wanted to hide the pregnancy from her mother, so she asked the doctor to still write the prescription for birth control pills. The doctor agreed, but only to give Schuyler some time to process the news and eventually tell her parents.
Did you start taking the pill right away?
Yeah.
So this, you have to not tell anything other than the absolute God's truth.
I did.
You went to the doctor on April 26th, and they put you on the pill, and you started taking the pill,
Yeah.
and you were already pregnant,
Yeah.
and you knew you were pregnant.
Yeah, but it wasn't supposed to hurt the baby. I assumed it was okay.
You're sure that's what happened?
Yeah.
Did you go back to the doctor before Wednesday?
No.
So April 26th and this Wednesday is the only 2 times you've been to the doctor.
Yeah.
And you told the doctor you buried the baby?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
On July 14th, 2017, the skeletal remains of an infant were exhumed from the backyard of the home of Richardson's parents. Following an autopsy, forensic pathologist Dr. Elizabeth Murray determined that the baby's bones were partially charred and died of homicidal violence. Murray retracted the assertion that the baby's bones had been burned before Richardson's trial, allegedly. In a recorded interview by police, Richardson agreed with an investigator's suggestion that she tried to cremate the baby. Allegedly, the Richardsons were well known and respected in the village of Carlisle, a town that hadn't been rocked by scandal since longtime teacher and high school football coach Joseph Marshall had self-harmed himself at a nearby motel in 2003.
Doctor, in April, you were already pregnant, and they gave you the pills anyway?
They were prescribed to me. Mom called me to prescription journey to pick it up.
So the doctor knew you were pregnant and gave you the pill anyway?
I don't know. I guess.
Did you start taking the pill right away?
Yeah.
So this, you have to not tell anything other than the absolute God's truth.
I did.
You went to the doctor on April 26th, and they put you on the pill, and you started taking the pill,
Yeah.
and you were already pregnant,
Yeah.
and you knew you were pregnant.
Yeah, but it wasn't supposed to hurt the baby. I assumed it was okay.
What was concerning was that Richardson took the pill from the doctor knowing she was pregnant. It is indeed a troubling aspect of the case. On the other hand, the doctor, aware of her situation, agreed to write the prescription, but it was a complex and controversial decision. The entire situation is a tragic and complicated one, with many layers of emotional and ethical challenges. The father wanted to get to the bottom of the situation so he could help his daughter. You can tell that the father is completely shocked of what she did regardless of her reasons.
You're sure that's what happened?
Yeah.
Did you go back to the doctor before Wednesday?
No.
So April 26th and this Wednesday is the only 2 times you've been to the doctor.
Yeah.
And you told the doctor you buried the baby?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Mommy?
Well, you're still our daughter. Just please be patient with us, because this is a shock, okay?
I know.
You're absolutely certain, beyond a doubt, because we didn't hear anything. That was a Sunday night, and you did this all on your own. Jackson didn't get up. Nobody got up. Nobody helped you.
No. Can I please hold your hand, Mommy? I'm sorry. Will you please don't hurt me?
No, I can't feel my body right now.
Sorry. I didn't.
Honey, please stop. That doesn't help. You did a horrible thing.
I didn't kill her.
You got pregnant. You had a baby in our house, and you never told us.
I
Yes, you should have. Do you understand how much worse this is than that would have been? That's what we're trying to grasp. Because we were thinking that we were trying to do the things that were right for you, and they went horribly wrong. But if you went to the doctor and they prescribed you with the pill, and then they called because the baby was no longer there, it doesn't make any sense.
I don't.
If they gave you pills and you took it, then that would have killed it, then that's
But
manslaughter.
I didn't do it on purpose. I thought they gave
Are you-
me the pills.
Okay. You're absolutely 100% certain that you went to the doctor and they prescribed the pill to you in April and you started taking them.
Yeah.
When visited by her parents, Richardson reiterated her statement that she had attempted to cremate the newborn. Allegedly, there were indications that Brooke Schuyler Richardson's mother, Kim Richardson, had high expectations for maintaining a perfect family image. Schuyler's struggles with eating disorders, such as anorexia and bulimia, were partly attributed to the pressure she felt to meet her mother's standards. Kim was very concerned about appearances and the family's reputation. This pressure likely contributed to Schuyler's decision to hide her pregnancy and the subsequent tragic events. In a recorded interview, Schuyler agreed with an investigator's suggestion that she tried to cremate the baby. So, while there was some indication that she might have attempted to burn the baby, it was not definitively proven. In a trial on September 3, 2019, Richardson pleaded not guilty to charges in Warren County, Ohio, of aggravated murder, involuntary manslaughter, gross abuse of a corpse, tampering with evidence, and child endangerment. The prosecution alleged that Richardson burned her newborn child's body before burying it in the backyard of her home. The prosecution asserted that Richardson had performed an internet search of how to get rid of a baby. The defense argued that Richardson was subjected to an overzealous interrogation. A psychologist diagnosed Richardson with dependent personality disorder and testified that this disorder could have led her to make a false confession. It's a tragic and complex case that affected the entire family deeply. There were protests and significant public outcry surrounding Brooke Schuyler Richardson's case. Many people were deeply disturbed by the details of the case and felt that justice had not been served. The case garnered widespread media attention and sparked debates about issues such as mental health, the legal system, and societal pressures on young women. During the sentencing of Brooke Schuyler Richardson, Tracy Johnson, the paternal grandmother of the baby, gave an emotional victim impact statement. She expressed her deep sorrow and the impact the incident had on her family. Tracy Johnson said, "Not only did I lose my first grandchild, but my baby, who I would lay down my life for without a thought, lost his first child, and Schuyler had no intention of letting us know." She also mentioned how the past 2 years had affected her and her son, Trey Johnson, who was confirmed to be the baby's father. Richardson was acquitted of charges of aggravated murder, child endangerment, and involuntary manslaughter. She was found guilty of abuse of a corpse and received 3 years probation, which was ended early by the court. Richardson had performed an internet search of how to get rid of a baby. The defense argued that Richardson was subjected to an overzealous interrogation. A psychologist diagnosed Richardson with dependent personality disorder and testified that this disorder could have led her to make a false confession. It's a tragic and complex case that affected the entire family deeply. Richardson was acquitted of charges of aggravated murder, child endangerment, and involuntary manslaughter. She was found guilty of abuse of a corpse and received 3 years probation, which was ended early by the court.
Endangerment. We, the jury, find the defendant, Brooke Schuyler Richardson, not guilty of child endangerment. It does say we further find the defendant did not cause serious physical harm to the alleged victim, but that finding is not necessary as a matter of law. Verdict form number 4. We, the jury, in the above captioned case, find the defendant, Brooke Schuyler Richardson, guilty of the offense of abuse of a corpse. Ladies and gentlemen, are those the verdicts of the jury? Yes, sir. You may be seated.
Before sentencing Brooke Schuyler Richardson, Judge Donald Oda made a powerful statement. He expressed his belief that if Richardson had made different decisions, her baby, Annabelle, would still be alive. He condemned her actions, describing them as showing a grotesque disregard for life. He emphasized the preciousness of life, both Richardson's and Annabelle's. Richardson was sentenced.
I find that you are amenable to community control. It's a mandatory community control case. I'm going to place you on 3 years of basic supervision. I'm going to impose upon you the standard rules of community control, and I'm going to delegate to your officer the ability to make special or additional conditions as they see fit. I'm going to order as a term of your community control that you spend 7 days in the county jail. I'm going to credit you the 7 days that you have already done, which means that you are going to be going home today. Your stated prison term is going to be 12 months in prison. I'm not sending you to prison today, but if you violate the terms of community control, I can impose up to the maximum penalty in this case. This includes an...
Following the trial, allegedly, Richardson attended college and worked part-time at the law firm that represented her. Her probation was terminated in 2020, nearly 2 years early. In 2022, Richardson won a bid to have records of her conviction sealed. The case highlights the complexities of mental health, secrecy, and the legal system. Richardson's story continues to be a topic of discussion and analysis in the media. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think and leave your comment below. Hit that like button and the notification bell if you like the video. We upload videos every week. Take care.